Houses go into foreclosure. Basically, this particular house, the owner had passed away. He left behind a mortgage or two. You see a lot of misinformation out there about foreclosures and pre-foreclosures on websites like Zillow.com, where they say pre-foreclosure. Well, it could just be that somebody refinanced their house and the payoff hit after the due date, which caused it to show up as a missed payment. That drain at the bottom of the stairwell is clogged up. That's why the basement's leaking and taking on water. This basement is full of mold. So the way these things typically work is there's a dude in a suit who's got the docket for the day, and he basically says, you know, here's case number whatever, and they start the bidding. And what I've realized in the past is there's usually like the cowboy over in the corner who you know is there to bid on it, but he doesn't start bidding until everybody else is done. So we'll see how this goes. It depends on how many people are there. I wouldn't doubt if it sells for probably significantly more than what I'm willing to pay for it. I'm not gonna divulge my number yet because you know how these auctions go. So everybody has access to this, right? The public can see this. What they can't see is all the mold in the basement. And we already got a quote for that. And there's the history. You can see what they were asking for at the last time.
The first property we're going to sell today is at 241 North Ashbrook Circle in Lakeside Park, Kentucky. It's being sold by reason of a judgment and order of sale in case number 19 CI 1510. That's Wells Fargo Bank as successor trustee versus Morgan L. Young and others. The property at 241 North Ashbrook Circle, Lakeside Park, Kentucky, was appraised by the court-appointed appraisers at $180,000. 2/3 is $120,000. I'm now open for bids on 241 North Ashbrook Circle. $120,000. 125, 130, 135, 140 by the plank, 141, 142, 145, 148, 150, 155, 158, 160. $160,000 is the bid by the plaintiff. 161. $161,590.63. $161,600. 161.7. 161.8. 162. 163.
164.
164. 164.1.
165.
165. 165.1.
165.2.
165.2. 166.
167.
167.
And 100.
167.1.
168.
168. $168,000 for 241 North Ashbrook Circle, Lakeside Park. $168,000. Going once. 169, I heard you first. 170. 170. He's a 171. $171,000 is the bid here. $171,000. Going once. Twice. Sold for $171,000.
Okay, so we just walked out of the Madison Avenue Courthouse here in Covington, and everything went exactly like I thought it was going to. There was a plaintiff there on behalf of Wells Fargo Bank. They started the bidding at 2/3 of the appraised value, and I knew it was going to go well above that. So I told Peter right before we got started with this thing that there's usually a cowboy in the corner that waits until the very last second before they even start bidding. And I thought I was the cowboy in the corner on this one. And what happened was a lot of bids came in, and it got up to a number where I thought it would stop. And then I went ahead and started bidding, and I stopped at 170 or 168, I believe it was. And he called for, going once, going twice, and that's when the cowboys in the corner started bidding. And it actually went up a few $1,000s higher than I wanted to be. And I guess I deployed some self-control there. So I stopped where I wanted to stop. I didn't go any higher than that. I did not get lucky today. I'll tell you that the nerves were buzzing. I was a little jittery when I pulled the trigger on the first bid. Went back and forth a couple of times, and I was actually going to get it for about $2,000 less than what I was going to stop at. It ended up going a little bit above that, so no luck today, but there will be others out there.